Oh, I do believe everything is working. Hello, everyone. We're going to be doing some Dead by Daylight stuff today. This is the first time I've done, like, a live stream in quite a bit. Usually JC's been taking over. And the reason for that is I've been moving, which I've been saying for ages that, oh, moving, oh, I'll start things back up. Unless you've never moved before, I guess you don't really understand how much just goes into moving and then setting up your new house and everything. So it's been a process that's delayed quite a bit of what I wanted to do, as my dog tries to drag away my controller. Oh, please. Oh, and I've not streamed any of the new, I haven't streamed any of the Dead by Daylight since they've added the new updates and everything. I have played it, though. But, yeah. We're going to be doing some Dead by Daylight today. And whatnot. We'll just go as Play Survivor. It'll probably just be me for quite a bit of the stream, and I'll probably about 2 or 3 hours. Like I said, I haven't streamed in a bit. I need to get a longer cord for this. Just all sorts of things to get done and get to it. What do we got? Toolbox, scraps. You all were laying down fine. Now you all want on my chair. You can't get on the chair. I've got 2 of my dogs with me right now. I've got Rufus and Issy. Ain't that right? I'm with my little babies. Cats are trying to paw their way in here. They're not allowed in here because I have a leather chair for the moment. My actual office chair just came in today. I haven't put it together yet because I just got it today. But in the meantime, I've been using a leather recliner. And the last time I had something leather and cats, and I know what you all will do. You might be able to hear the meow in the background. And don't listen to their lies. Because that's what they are. They're lies. They're filthy lies. Yeah, you can hear them kind of pawing at the door, aren't you? Hey, Tiger. Oh, hello, John. Ashley. Might get into a match. Tomorrow I'll probably do a stream, too. I'm not sure of what, though. It'll be something. Why don't you all lay down? Might need to swap to Overwatch at the rate this is going. Oh. Lay down. You all have a dog bed in here. Lay down in that. Yes, I'm aware you all are precious little dumplings. Yes, Issy, especially you. You're my little beautiful princess. And so are you, Rufus, even though you're a boy. You're still my princess. I wish they would fix. We tried to get into a game the other night with 4 people, and were unable to find a match, even though we had a full lobby. We couldn't find a killer that it would connect to. I wish they would get that done, but it seems solo's working pretty good. Hello, Johnny B. Hope you're having a good day. And hopefully, this will be the start. We're probably going to be streaming about 3 to 5 times a week. I'll probably be doing 2. We do still do the pre-recorded streams. I did Prey before it got removed. That was fun. They should be removing those strikes, actually. They had to do it, send it via email, so I don't know how long it will take. But that was very unfortunate, because I'm glad I uploaded a second Prey full game, I will say that. Thankfully, I had enough time. It was a pretty alright game, apart from the very bad load times. Just absolutely abysmal. We know it's a trapper. Stop blowing it up! Jesus Christ! Funny thing is, they've been quiet pretty much the entire day until I started streaming. And now they just want to meow. Oh boy. There we go. Is more content expected? Yes. I'll be streaming probably, like I said, we're probably going to try to keep the streams 3 to 5 days. Tuesdays will still probably be when I do the whole pre-recorded streams. And some people ask why I do those. I do it so people can watch the game as it happens if they want. Usually I have a pre-recorded version done for people that are interested in that type of thing over. But, yesterday was kind of a anomaly. Usually games don't release on Friday. Usually they're they come out. Embargo is usually on Monday, so the stream's on, like, Monday or Tuesday, because the game releases on Tuesday. So the Monday, Tuesday thing will probably still be the pre-recorded stuff, but any other time, it's going to be me or JC doing streams. He's been doing quite a few. He's been working on Bloodborne for a bit and leaving them as unlisted so they don't clog up the channel feed. So. But I'm going to be doing them myself as well. I'm getting ready for Friday the 13th. So, I do need to try the new Hello Neighbor update. It's been a bit since I played that. Since it was in such early alpha, I decided to wait a little bit. So, I plan on to stream just kind of random things. Because I do want to start streaming more often. It's just, I really underestimated how long it would take to move. I'm still getting stuff over here. I have to drive about 30 minutes to the old place and then take stuff from there over here. And it's just kind of an ordeal. And since I'm mostly doing it by myself, just to save some money. Just because, not that I couldn't afford to get someone to help me out. I would just prefer to save the money, do it myself. So I've been going by, like, truckloads. And I still have to buy some furniture. I need to get some furnishings from my basement. I need a few DVD shelves because I have so many, like, boxed games and whatnot. So I need some DVD shelves. I don't have any. Recently, I just got into, thanks to my dear friend Chrisu, who's been on stream a few times, and another who hasn't really been on stream. He doesn't really play games with us, but he's a good friend. Vizzo. They got me into statue collecting, and of course he disconnected because why wouldn't he? But they got me into statue collecting, so I went and bought. That's been my newest obsession as of late. I've never had the room to have anything display worthy or nice looking like that. I've just never had the space until I bought this house. So I went and bought, recently I got a curio cabinet from an absolutely lovely home. It was like a 3-story bricked house. I always kind of a little bit wary when buying things on Craigslist. You never know if you're going to buy it from like some sort of crack den somewhere. But it's normally like a $1,000 piece at like Zach's and Grand's. I don't know if that's like an international furniture chain or whatnot. But they were selling it for like $280. So I picked it up, and I've got my Okami, or, Amaterasu statue, Majora from First Four Figures, which was stupidly hard to find. Like, you have no idea. I got a bunch of my Shadow of the Colossus stuff, which I have finally got one that was almost in perfect condition. I have 3 of these statues, and not a single one has come to me. Not a single one I've ever gotten of those statues have been perfect. They've always had some sort of imperfection or break. I'm trying to fix the club on one of them. I fixed the hand on the other. But this one I have that's in the top display, really good shape. Only had like a banner broken off, and I fixed it easily enough. What else? I've got Yorm from Dark Souls. I've got the that statue, which is really nice. Ratchet and Clank, a Sly Cooper, Pyramid Head, Liara, and Garrus should be coming in soon. I've been getting statues and stuff just because I've always wanted some stuff to display. And just never been able to before. So... Oh yeah, crap, I forgot that's a thing. Well, hopefully they're working on something here. Find the exit gate, maybe. Oh, crap. How am I finding Persona? I love Persona 5. I have been taking my time with it. Mostly because of the, the video restrictions that were placed on it, and that my internet in the new area. It's more consistent. It's not as fast, though. So it's, like, consistently, like, 7 to 10 upload, whereas the other place was, like, 20 to 30. And this place is... But that 20 to 30 could be very inconsistent at times. This one is very consistent. That's why the streams, like, the pre-recorded stuff are always very smooth. But my uploads suffer, but I still have internet in the other house. I'm keeping it kind of as a separate office because I need the internet speed for how much I upload. So, But I've been kind of restricted by that. But I love Persona 5. It's one of my favorites. It's probably my top 3 of favorites of the year, along with Breath of the Wild and Resident Evil 7. And Breath of the Wild was excellent. I love that game. It's great. RE7 I've played through probably about 6 times. Absolutely fun game to just go back and replay once you've unlocked like the infinite ammo and all the other stuff, and you can just kind of make the Baker family, your bitch, as it were. So very enjoyable. What up? Nothing much, John. I've been moving and whatnot, and yeah. Hit 300k subs recently. That was nice. Glad I decided to do my first stream back on a Friday. As we all know, the best time to do streams and any sort of content. Friday. I'm, of course, being facetious. Friday's awful for posting anything. I actually do need... I think I'm probably going to try to get through a few more hours. I have a bunch of hours of Persona recorded that I just haven't uploaded yet. But I love that game. I love just kind of messing around with it. Like, I've had a few comments that tell me to do the quick analysis. I like trying to figure out the weaknesses on my own. Like, just for an example, for something in Persona. And some people say I shouldn't try to cram in a palace in a day. And I just like to do it just to try it. Like, oh, you know, maybe I can get through the palace in a day, and, you know, I'm playing on easy. I just want to take my time with Persona. And it's a really great game. I have absolutely been adoring it. It's provided probably the most content of any game I've played this year. I want to say I 100%ed Mass Effect Andromeda, but I was missing 2 quests that just couldn't be done after I'd beaten the game. One was like movie night, and then the other was, I forget what it was, something about an engine or something, but those were the only 2 things I couldn't do after I'd beaten the main game, so it was just like, you know, it wouldn't let me do the prompts for them, so I consider it 100%. But Andromeda gave me about 60 hours. Wasn't a fan of that game, by the way. Just, I mean, there are things I like about it, but it didn't make me feel like when I played Mass Effect 1 for the first time. You know, Mass Effect 1 I thought was a very just engrossing and, you know, otherworldly experience at the time, so. Lord have mercy. Oh, gotta love Twitch. Change my Twitch title real quick. It still said I was doing Prey. I'll be damned, it still says Prey even on the fuck. Oh, come on. Give me a break here. Very annoying to have to deal with. I use something called Restream that lets me stream on multiple platforms. Well, mostly Twitch and YouTube, so multiple platforms is sort of a stretch. But that's what allows me to do it. And they have like a title feature that's supposed to update your titles, and it's saying like, oh, you're playing Bloodborne. A little off. Just a little off. Good old Prey, what with the giving me a copyright strike. I haven't had one of those in a while. So I was very surprised when I got 2 all at once, as you can imagine. Since last review I heard, Dead by Daylight has really come into its own since its initial launch was very rough. Like, they didn't allow allow you to join parties and everything. Dead by Daylight was very rough. I would honestly say it was probably one of my favorite games of last year, and, you know, if you wanted to consider last year like an early access and this one like the full game, it would be on my Game of the Year list again. It's a very solid game. And Chainsaw, ugh, my kryptonite. Oh, really? Well, he was kind enough to give me a moment reprieve. Oh, crap. Didn't we just do this map? Oh crap! I got caught on the car. I should have a decisive strike pop up. Oh, come on, how do you all only have one generator done? I'm dead. I did my part, though. I distracted him for an unholy amount of time. Did the flashlight become useful or something when I was gone? They're just gonna camp. It's always annoying to be camped. It's a very valid strategy, but it's always annoying to be camped, you know? Crap. Oh, really? I was over cover. Come on. I'm gonna die. My bold is at max, though. I'm gonna lose my my toolbox, but this is what it is, you know? Chainsaws are like my kryptonite. I don't think Dead by Daylight is available on consoles. If it does come to consoles, you should probably pick it up. Am I going to play as killer? No. I will be genuinely surprised if I'm pulled off. I'm gonna try to, I guess, get noticed. I'm gonna die, I know that. Like, he's gonna come after me and just straight up kill me. There's no getting around it. But the very least I can do is give my compadres plenty of time to run away. I'm at least being a good teammate. Oh, crap. I'm dead. Yep. How do they not have a fifth generator? I'm dead. I've been hooked 3 times now. He would not give up on me. Dear God. Oh, now you all get the generator. I literally had my bold max for quite a bit. Let's watch them. Hopefully they do okay. Again, I feel like I did my part. I got chased that entire game from, like, the moment go. Without, like, any sort of reprieve, it felt like. I hate I really hate going against chainsaw guys. I hate it. they've always been my kryptonite. Stream be a couple hours. I'll probably go out later tonight. I want to watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm probably going to go out. I was going to go out with my girlfriend, but she's going to be busy, so I'm just going by myself. I appreciate it. I'm going to start trying to do about 2 to 3 hour streams each day, if at all possible. Especially when Friday the 13th rolls around, that's going to be my main staple. I plan on streaming that every day, if possible, for as long as I can. Especially since the year's already blown its load for most new releases, as it were. So we aren't getting too many major releases in this month or June or July or anything like that. We already had Prey this month, and that was kind of the big Bethesda thing. So. Ah, found the hatch. Well, better hope he has Deerstalker. Okay. Really? So you'll let him crawl to the exit, but you won't? Oh, there we go. I was about to say. There's a hook literally right there. I guess he wants one a little bit further back. Well, I appreciate it. It's a shame that the version that was going to get me the most views and money's kind of gone. Because I played that game twice. I was not happy with my first playthrough, so I went through it a second time and tried to make it neater. And I did for the most part. There were a few bugs. I don't know. There was one like look after glass or something, and I was not able to get that mission to ever quite work properly. But I cut all the load screens. I did most of the missions. I did all the main ones, especially. But, yeah. So. But it is what it is, you know? One got out. But yeah, I should probably change your clothes. Customized. Do we have something darker? Yeah, let's go with comfy cardigan. Something a little bit darker. Well, could have went better, but you know, it is what it is. We are also doing, the stream on Twitch. I'd greatly appreciate it if any of you all would check it out on Twitch, since we're trying to, I guess, build over there. So I plan on doing some streams exclusively for Twitch. So, hopefully, you know, we can get that going. Especially, God, I'm looking forward to Friday the 13th. That's one reason I wanted to get all this stuff set up. Which I'm going to probably do. I do have a camera, like a video camera, so I'm going to do a video for tomorrow and try to get it done tonight, rather, showing off the place, and you can see how, kind of how everything's coming about. You can probably even see my little doggies. Oh, Isabella, you look so much better since I took you. My mom also coincidentally moved. I was like living in the building off from that house, and she moved as well. Taking she picked up way too many dogs, so we just had too many, and she took most of them. I took Isabella, Rufus, and Riley. Riley, who's an outdoor dog. Issy and Rue are older wiener dogs, and I took my cats, which you all have heard on stream before. Yes, they have, Issa. Hello, Zoliana. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, let me know. Isabella. Oh, come here, portable mushroom. Who's my portabella? Who's my portabella mushroom? Yes, I have like 100 names for my pets. Yes, I do. I've got like 100 names. Also, let me know if the audio's fine. This is the first... I'm playing on my... I built a new gaming rig. I was like, screw it. I'm already buying a house. I don't really splurge on things that aren't like work related. You know, normally I have to pay a little extra to get games early and stuff. But, so I was like, screw it. I want a new gaming PC. And I built this one. It's got a Maximus Hero 8 Alpha motherboard. I think 32 gigs of Ripjaw, I believe. Ripjaw Corsair RAM, something like that. I believe it's called Ripjaw. It's spelled. I have a NVIDIA Titan card, which has like 12 gigs of video RAM or whatever it is. Intel 7700K. I actually had to buy another lower grade processor to update the BIOS. I couldn't get the BIOS flashback to working. I think it's because I was using a flash drive that had my TV shows and stuff on it and not the BIOS update. That could be the reason why, but anyway. Originally the board I had, which was an MSI, didn't offer that feature, so I returned it. Because I was like, I don't want to buy a new processor and return it, blah, blah, blah. Got a Asus Maximus Hero because I already had a board like that, and it was really good. So, bought that, screwed up with the BIOS flashback, wound up having to get a new processor anyway, updated it, now the computer runs fine. I love the case, it's like an EVGA 86D or something? I think that's what it is. I have to go double check. Huge monolithic case. The only problem I have is they put a screw in a little too deep where the battery goes in. And it scratches the top of the battery anytime I put it in. So my 1000-watt battery has just like scratches all over it from having to fit it, take it out and fit it. Because I had so many problems. I had never come across a error code that was like, oh, you need to update your BIOS so we can recognize the processor. Because it wasn't even listed in the motherboard book, so. Okay, audio's fine. But, what was I going to say? It's a pretty nice case. It's huge, like, just, it's freaking big. But I like it so far, apart from the lack of an optical drive, because I bought my Windows 10 on a disc. If you ever need Windows 10, get it on something called playasia.com. they sell Windows 10 for like legit copies, I think, or at least I think they're legit, for like 10, 20 bucks. So, yeah. I feel like someone left mid-thing, so we might have to back out. But yeah, playing on my gaming rig right now. It's dual monitor setup. I actually need the monitor I'm playing on, this Asus one. I need to return it because when I was attaching it to this stand, which fits multiple monitors, it tipped over and it scratched. It's not that bad, but it did scratch it, and I do have a warranty on it, so eventually I need to take it off, go to Best Buy, and return it, but I haven't had a chance yet. Ain't that right, Isabella? Oh, Isabella. And I'm doing good. First stream that I've done in quite a bit. With commentary, I haven't done the pre-recorded stuff, but JC's been doing most of the other stuff. That's what I pay him for. See what you've done, Isabella. You came over here, and now I can't join a game. This is all your fault. All your fault, baby girl. I'm going to have to punish you. What is cheese? How does cheese sound, huh? Is that a good punishment? Give you some cheese? Maybe a hot dog? I know, I'm vicious to these critters. Absolutely vicious. I had to shave my dog Rufus because he had a little accident, crapped himself, and it got stuck in his fur, and and he crapped again, and more got stuck. I just thought one of them was like having some sort of bathroom problems, but no, he had crap stuck in his fur, and it was dragging everywhere, and I was like, I just noticed it yesterday, and I was like, oh god. So that's fun. I had to shave my dog in my shower. That was fun. His pay is getting docked. Every time you make a comment, Nikki, his pay gets docked. If he was online, I'd actually want him to join the Dead by Daylight festivities. But he is not. Well, so far we've got to do 2 games. Isabella, honey muffin, I need you to just lay down, girl. I can't keep you in the chair, especially when you constantly want down. They're sweethearts, though. I love my little dogs. Their brother, actually, I wasn't supposed to get Isabella and Rufus. Or I was getting Rufus, but I was supposed to get Sam. He passed away beforehand, about a few weeks before, and then I found out that their brother, Brownie, my mom got him, and he passed away. So I got all the. She's got the mom of these two, Zoe, but that's like the last of the line of these little critters, and I'm really sad about that. I've had these wiener dogs for most of my life. Get right, girl. Yeah. Issy's a sweetheart. And she had 4 beautiful little puppies, didn't you, girl? 2 of them passed away, too. Only one that I know of is alive. I don't know about the other we gave away. Girl. To see if I can record, because a lot of times with the footage I record, if I'm going to be live streaming just some oddball games every now and then, but I do like to record no commentary versions of my stuff so I can upload it later. So I need to see how I could do the live streams with commentary and make sure I have the actual footage. No, I have to check that. What do you think, Isabella? Do you know? What good are you? corn, I can finally worship my deity properly. Finally, the corn! The corn has returned to me. In all of its stocky goodness. Now I don't think I should be the obsession. Maybe we'll luck out. And the killer will just never come over here. But I am surrounded by my Lord and Savior, the corn. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. I'm dead already. Yeah, go that way. Oh, the dad of the dog passed away last year. I actually spent... God, I spent like $2,000 taking him to the vet. He had very bad colon problems. I spent like $2,000 at the vet trying to get him flushed out and everything because he was so bad constipated. That did give us a few more months with him actually, but he did, unfortunately. He passed away last year. So did our older poodle, Pepe. This year, Sam passed away. And Brownie passed away as well. And one of Mom's dogs killed one of my cats. Blue, because I was going to take all the cats. Because I had plenty of space, but one of my mother's dogs, I'm presuming, killed Blue. Which is very unfortunate. He was a very sweet cat. Scooty might be his. I don't know. Or Lola's kittens might be his. I did leave him alone a little bit one day. So they might be his. I'd never get it tested because I just want to I want to pretend at least Scooty's his. I want to at least pretend that. So, so we had Peppy, Peanut, Brownie, Sam, and Blue all pass away within a year's time. So we had quite a few pets that passed away. I mean, that's just what happens when you have a lot of them, you know. You have a lot of pets, a lot of them are eventually going to pass. But I had, several good years with all of them, and, so I can't complain too much. And, they're like, to some people they're not, but to me, my little doggos have always been like same with my cats. They've always been like my family, so... Good for you, Twitch guy. Might have been better to wait a second, but good for you. Hello, Georgina. Hello. He'll probably just give up and die immediately. Oh my god. We kind of got boned there just because there were so many of those generators kind of in a line. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can imagine. I have no idea where the hatch could be, but yeah, we were boned no matter what. Problem was everyone went to the basement and got all murder-lated. Or they all got trapped and then put into the basement. So. We got completely decimated there. That's alright, though. I really don't like the way they've done seasons in this game. It's very discouraging the way they've set it up, in my opinion. It doesn't really make me want to keep playing because your rank gets reset so quick. I mean, I hit #1 with the rank, or, you know, rank 1, not #1. You know, a few times actually in the original system, which didn't have that middle point of, oh hey, well, you know, you either get 10,000 and you get a notch, or you don't get 10,000 and you lose a notch. So, I played back when they had, you know, or I got my rank 1 back then. So I'm satisfied. Hello, from North America. Good old North America. We totally didn't elect an orange man as president. Totally. Well, team, I think we did a great job. Oh, they added to where now if the killer leaves, you get 5,000 points. Oh, cool. That wasn't there before. I'll take an extra 5,000. Oh yeah, I need to ready up. I need to turn off the Steam notifications. I'm not a big fan of those popping up, to be honest. I've actually been running Steam in big picture mode quite a bit. I've been having trouble with some of the audio stuff when recording with the Elgato. I've got all my stuff on a HDMI switch box now. Used to, I would have to walk around a big U-disc, unplug everything, like unplug the Elgato from whatever it was plugged in, be a Xbox One, PS4, an older system, or other PC. Unplug it, replug it, everything, and it was just a mess. This setup's a lot more indicative of creating content, I suppose you'd say. It's definitely a lot neater. Plus, I get to keep all my statues and stuff around me. That's pretty nice. I also have a marker board. I haven't used it yet, but I have a marker board. I've always wanted a marker board. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. One of those improbable things. You know, everyone has that thing that they want that they have no real why am I the obsession again? Other than being the sexiest living being that's ever existed, I can't see why anyone would be obsessed with me. And that's excellent. A disconnect within 10 seconds usually bodes well for how the match is going to go. Can I repeat? No, I am not. I know some Spanish and some... I can read Spanish. I can't speak it that well. I can speak some of it. And I know some Japanese just from like watching anime and whatnot. I think I can quote some of the stuff that like Goku says in Dragon Ball Super, but I'm not proficient in that by any means. If I ever learned a language though, French would be up there. My second language. French, or I've always wanted to learn like Italian. I don't know. Italian always sounds like a very sexy language. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just a bias for one of my old girlfriends who was Italian. Fair bit away, so oh, hello game, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Can I repeat? I'll have to scroll up here in a second. I'm in the middle of a match, so unfortunately I can't see it. I could attempt to pronounce it, but I feel like my southern mannerisms might creep in and I might completely butcher your language. So I would have to apologize for that. I probably should have taken French in high school now that I think about it. Well, there were so many people taking Spanish in my school that half of us got put in a Spanish overflow class. And we didn't even get a teacher until like November or December of that year. So we were so far behind, it was not even funny. Because next year they put us back with the regular Spanish students that were in Spanish 2 now. And all of us were completely befuddled as to what on earth we were supposed to be doing. Because we did like workshops in either the auditorium or the library. In fact, the library was where our class was held. So it was an absolute just horrific mess of a situation. I probably should have taken French or German. To be fair, I didn't say I was going to be streaming today. I streamed yesterday, got like 2 copyright strikes, which should be resolved here in the next few days. Hopefully, they should be. At least that was what that was the understanding I was being led to, that they would be taken care of. Really disappointed that that happened. I haven't had a copyright strike. It's been so long since I had a copyright strike. The last one I had was back when they had the old system of you get a copyright strike. Well, everything you have is disabled. So dead. Or not. 24-hour stream, no. Longest stream I've ever done was, I do believe a Dishonored stream that was pre-recorded. Longest regular stream I've ever done was a Dead by Daylight stream that was about 8 hours. But that's don't particularly think I would want to do a stream that long. I think like 5 is something I could probably consistently do for like maybe a week or two. But even then. Oh, I'm dead. But that's alright. I helped out. Oh, wow. I should... oh, yeah, I do have Decisive Strike. Left bumper. Left bumper. Ah, I fucked up big time. I'm guessing that's a bleed out bar, maybe? I have no idea. Crap. I'm looking. See, this is what I get for looking at the chat and trying to heal. I think we've been doing pretty solid for having one man down. I honestly keep forgetting that the totems even do anything. Crap, crap. Crap! I'm dead. I know when I'm boned. Come on, Decisive Strike. Does it now only appear once, period? Okay. I guess it only appears like once now. Because I messed up my first Decisive Strike, but... hopefully, I doubt they're going to come after me, but... I actually need to contact Gun Media, see if they can send out some review codes. I did back the game, but if they can send out some copies so I can get some like streams and stuff ready, that'd be fucking great. I loved Friday the 13th. No, Friday the 13th was the longest stream I did, because I did a like a just nightmarishly long, what was it, like a 12-hour stream of that game? Like, good lord, that was fun. I'm dead. Yeah. It's alright, though. Game's pretty we do have regular viewers. We had more when I was doing it more consistent a bit last year, but I've been kind of a little bit on and off with the moving and everything. But hopefully we get some consistent viewers here in the future, or more consistent ones. We do have some games. I've seen Game for forever. God, he's one of the first people I remember seeing like on a regular basis. Nice guy too. Oh wait, JC might be getting ready for a wedding or something. Maybe. I don't know. Oh. Sorry, I'm just checking some messages. You know how it goes. Our chat only gets spammed when it's like those times where I have about 17,000 or a couple thousand viewers. Like, just with the casual streams like this, it's fine. But when we get stuff like Resident Evil 7 at one point's peak was like about 17, 18,000. And that was a mess. Friday the 13th was a mess. I had like 12,000 people consistently watching for a shoot, like, 12 hours or so. So it was a bit ridiculous. Ain't that right, Budabella? Yeah, my portobello mushroom. Jake was the first character I played because I used to do Saboteur a lot. So I did play Jake quite a bit, actually. Ain't that right, Isabella? Who's my portobella? Who's my portable Bella? Yeah. Your hair's growing back good. I think she was just stressed out. Because it was just me. You gotta think, all those dogs I mentioned, there was Sam Brownie, Isabella Rufus, Zoe, Mr. Chip, Winnie, I call her Sausage, Winnie, Max, Ruby, Cass, and Blue the cat all in one building, and with Riley outside and my cats in my building. And I was watching all of them because the other person that was there bailed, so I was pretty much watching all those dogs. So I think she just got a little stressed out and she started chewing her hair, but it's coming back in nice. She doesn't chew anymore. I never understood the call-out thing. Like, I'm not PewDiePie or Markiplier, so a call-out for me does, like, absolutely nothing for you. Like, at all. Like, if you're someone the size of that, with that type of audience that will ravenously, you know, eat up anything they put out, like, you know, I mean, it's just, there's no point in asking for that. I mean, you know, and I'm not like a small channel. I get, you know, about 8 to 10 million views a month and over 300,000 subscribers. It's not like I'm necessarily small or anything, and hell, I do better on views than a lot of big channels, but the point remains, unless you are one of those channels that have a ravenous following, you know, there's no point in asking for a shout-out or something. I don't know. If you want to shout out, try to become a YouTuber on your own, and then do something horrific so Drama Alert can cover you, and then you go. You get, like, a couple thousand subs right there, bam. They'll come check you out, because, I don't know. We might get into a game. I think the killer left, so we're probably waiting for it to load up so it can say everyone survived. What do you think, Isabella? Oh, my Issy. If I could just have you and Rufus as puppies again, that'd be just great. I do plan on this summer. I've never gotten a pet on my own. Like, all the pets I've ever had have been thrust upon me because my mother has a very nasty tenacity to go out and find strays or go get a dog or something. The one that was supposed to be mine, oh yeah, with all those dogs I mentioned, add another one named Mabel. So that's all I was looking after. But Mabel was supposed to be mine, and she is like this tiny little, like, good lord, like maybe 8 inches long, tiny little dog. And she was supposed to be mine, actually. I was supposed to take Mabel, and my mom took her. So I'm going to go out this summer. I'm getting me a wire hair weenie. I've always wanted a wire hair wiener dog. Like, you know, Sam was the one that passed away, was a wire hair, and he was the one I got back in middle school. But I'd love another wire hair. I just love wire hair wiener dogs. And hopefully they get along with my cats, because my cats kind of rule the roost, as it were. They're a bit slow sometimes. Sometimes I'll catch them trying to get into the dryer or something, but they've actually not been destroying my house as much. So I'd let them in this back room, but I'm afraid they'll tear up my chair, and I don't have an air vent cover, and if one of them gets sucked into the air vent, I will be profoundly sad. So oh yeah, someone left. I said that during the loading. There you go, Issy. Let me sit you down on your little bed, girl. I got them a bunch of dog beds. The outside dog, Riley, he has an entire garage for him, like a little outdoor garage building. I set it up for him. I put a blanket, I put some food out there, and I put his water dish actually next to the back porch. That way, anytime he wants water, I can quickly fill it up. But Stupid has taken his dog bed that I just got him and his blanket, put it in the yard, and tore them to shreds. So now he's just got the blanket. He also tried to eat a bird got in there, and I was going out there to move his blanket, fill his water and everything, and a bird got out there, and he tried to eat this poor bird, and I had to smack the tar out of him. Well, I didn't smack the tar out of him. When I say smack the tar out of him, I mean, like, briskly petted him aside. I didn't, like, backhand him or anything. But I got to pick up a bird and carry it out, and it flew away. I was like, huh, I caught a bird. Saved it for my dog. Who's just looking at me like, I wanted to eat it. He's a good dog. He's a little, doesn't understand his own strength sometimes, so I would let him come in and out, but he doesn't understand his strength. An example of that is our dog Pepe. He accidentally knocked Pepe's eye out. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, it was horrible. His eye was halfway hanging out. And then the vets didn't see him. I brought him in at like 1 p.m. and the vets didn't see him until like midnight, and they overdosed him on his medication. And oh, it was a mess. They refunded me everything for the vet bill, but it was a mess. I don't know how that poodle survived and then lived a few extra years. My little Peppy Jack. Oh, I miss that little poodle. I never thought I'd like poodles before we had Peppy, and I love him now. He was the sweetest little ball of lint we ever had. Join Canada. Oh, they have server browser now? I'll have to check that. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Daniel. If you want to be, like, if you want me to recognize your name easier, put some sort of, like, distinctive profile pic, and I'll remember a distinctive profile pic very quickly. Like, I can remember games just by the hue of the color of his name. So if you ever want to be recognized in chat or anything, you know, and want me to talk to you more frequently, have some sort of, like, maybe brightly colored. You don't have to, like, go all out or anything, but just so I can remember it easier. Because I love talking with regulars. If at all possible, you know. Like, I immediately notice games because they got that purplish thing going on. That purplish pink. So. Mabel is a girl in your class. I named Mabel after, yeah, unsurprisingly, Gravity Falls. I just thought she looked like a Mabel, and I was really excited to keep her. And I didn't wind up getting her, so I'm very saddened by that. I didn't know there was a server join, though. I'll have to check that. Or a server browser, I should say. No, you just have to switch download region on... Oh, okay. I'll have to check that. Oh! I'm the obsessioning. Well, I'm Laurie Strode, and we're on Michael's map, so it makes sense. I'm planning on doing some sort of, if people would be interested, some sort of, like, game with subs thing. Especially for Friday the 13th. Because that's going to be my jam for quite a while. I'm so looking forward to that. That is my most anticipated. If that would have been a release, even what we got last year, if that would have been a final release, it would have been on my Game of the Year shorthand. Just straight up. I was so impressed and enamored with that game. It turned out so much better than I thought it would. And it looks like they've already added a bunch of changes that have already just, that look phenomenal. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Ah, crap, I got just hung up there. Oh, really? I'm dead. I'm already dead. That's great. I already know when I'm boned in a match. Yep. God almighty, really? I cannot believe I got away. Oh, if it's going on consoles, that's great. I think it's about at the. I think it's at the point where you could consider it a very polished full release. I think it's a very well done game. I'd love to get to play with some of my console viewers too, if given the chance. Yeah, the barricade, I dropped it a little, I panicked a little, dropped it a little too early. My freaking headphone cord keeps getting on my controller. Man, I will say, I do not like how this game plays with mouse and keyboard. That's one reason I always use controller. Like, this just feels like a controller game. Alright, someone got that generator I was working on. I still get to play this map nearly as much as I'd like, and I love this map. Oh no, I got away pretty handily. I would like to think. It's not moving nearly as quick as I'd like. Otherwise, those barricades would have been fine. I'm mostly trying to keep the barricades down as a way of hopping back and forth, because a lot of times killers just won't tear them down and will opt to go around, so it'll give me a chance to kind of out-juke them for a bit. Got a freaking toolbox that's probably covered in tetanus and rusty nails. That's great. I know using the offering, but even using the... You can go back to our streams beforehand where I would use the offering several times in a row and we'd never get it. I'm just simply saying that beforehand it used to be very difficult to get this map, period. Wait, where did he get downed at? Okay, he got downed over there. Well, I appreciate that, Ashley. Wait, I just may just use this crappy toolbox. It's not like I'm gonna be saving it. Yeah, this is probably the first, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first commentary live stream you've seen me do. I primarily do no commentary stuff just because, I don't know. I got people sometimes ask me why I stopped doing, like, the commentary straight up walkthroughs. And I got burnt out on them about 2 years ago. And because I used to do both commentary and no commentary. And I got burned out, and then I wound up I got a strike, and back then YouTube's system was really archaic. So when you got a strike, you were limited to like 15-minute videos unless there was copyrighted content matched within it. So it just burnt me out, and I decided, screw it, I'm gonna go with regular, you know, I'll just do live streams if I want to do commentary stuff, but, you know. And I didn't want to be one of those channels that had, like, you know, oh, look, our part 1's, like, 30 minutes, and then we're going to do, like, a series of 800 videos on a 5-hour game, each video being 15 minutes, you know. Oh, let me heal you first. There you go. Oh yeah, like for multiplayer games, I don't ever really want to do no commentary stuff. You know, it's more engaged. Since it's not a story-focused game anyway, you know, I don't see the reason to, you know, for this type of game to be quiet. It's not like my voice is impeding upon you, you know, being engaged and engrossed in a story, you know? I'll take one that has some extra amenities. I can always unequip them. Well, he stopped opening the box because he wanted to be healed beforehand because he was probably going to go after the girl. Now, Isabella. Trying to take out some hooks before we book it out of here. My greed here will be my undoing. Wow, why didn't I get that hook? Ooh. Oh, the other one escaped. Cool. I don't think there's anyone left. Oh, I didn't know they got the girl. Huh. Come here, Issa. Come here, Bella. He was all in stab mode, so there wasn't too much I could do. I would have just got downed as well. And he'd have picked me up because I'd have been the more recently downed one. Am I from North Carolina? No, I am not. I am not from North Carolina, but I am from the South. So if I do have a southern tinge, I do apologize. I do try to keep any sort of accent out. Oh, let's see. Wait, hold on. Let me. I'm scrolling up in the chat. I got a little. Yeah, one time I didn't use this offering and got this map. That was a bit ago, though. It was quite a... It was a pickle, because this is a really fun map, but it was so hard to get, and multiple people, you can go to some of those earlier streams, we would try to get this off map, even use the higher tier offerings for it, and would never show up, and then it, like, just appeared one time when we didn't offer anything. Oh, wow, I'm the only one with... Huh, I'll take it. Chainsaw 6 survivors. Yeah, all mine are still killer stuff. I like being survivor more in this game. In Friday the 13th, I love being both equally, but for this game, I typically like being survivor since I usually play with people. So, but being killer's fun. We did a private lobby 2 days ago and played it. It was really fun. we'll save these points. We don't really need to spend them right away. You should play Outlast with commentary. I didn't care for Outlast 2, and I did the first Outlast with commentary back in the day, I do believe. But I did not care for Outlast 2 that much. It wasn't a bad game, but I felt like it was too much of, okay, here's story section, okay, now run. Okay, story section, run. Story section, run. It felt like that. I didn't find it as frightening as the first game, although, even though it's a new setting and new characters and everything, it was a pretty okay game. I didn't jump once. That's a big thing. If a horror game can't have me jump at least once, then that's a problem. Even RE7 had me, you know, in Resident Evil games over the last while have been rather cheesy more than scary. But even RE7 had a few moments that got me. They were like, ooh, that's kind of scary. Outlast 2, not so much. It went with a lot of shock imagery and shock gore. Like, the very first enemy you encounter in the game, I had trouble with him. I fought him for like 30, 40 minutes. Restarted the game and it worked fine, but 30, 40 minutes he was whooping my ass. But he, like, eviscerates me by my crotch. He, like, or she stabs me with, like, a pickaxe thing in my crotch and eviscerates me. And then it's like, well, okay, that's, like, the gory, there's not gonna be too much that can top that. And, you know, I got crucified and I was like, well, that happened, and there was a bunch of other stuff like that. It just wasn't as scary for me. Or as enjoyable. Although I think it was more consistent than the first Outlast. That last section in the first Outlast just killed it. But Outlast 1 had more, to me, memorable moments. Like the doctor with the scissors was absolutely terrifying. And the guys running around after you with, you know, their junk flapping in the wind. That's terrifying. Outlast 2, not so much. For me, at least. I didn't think it was a bad game or anything. It just wasn't as solid for me. Silent Hills would have been great, but Konami is run by a bunch of morons. I don't usually try to, disparage, you know, companies and whatnot, just because, you know, working as a professional YouTuber, and I use quotation marks around that, you know, I've spoken with several members in different publishing groups, different developers, and, you know, you realize that these people are just trying to do their jobs to the best of their ability. But Konami is the one group that I will say is absolute ass cancer. Even when I was a small channel and I had run-ins with them, I did some Silent Hill video of them, and I remember getting a copyright strike asking, well, why did we get a copyright strike for a game that's like 800 years old? You know, it was Silent Hill 2. And they were just like, we're keeping it, blah, blah, blah. And not even just for that, you know. That was my own little personal experience with them. And some other dealings with Metal Gear Solid. But not even just for that. For, like, the sheer gall of what they do. You know, they're just, to me, the absolute worst publishers around. Which is a shame, because they have some they have quality licenses, you know. Castlevania is a very solid franchise. You know, Lords of Shadow 2 may have been lacking, but I think it's a very solid franchise. Silent Hill is beloved. Silent Hill 2 is very frequently on Game of the Year lists. I think Silent Hill 3 is every bit as good as 2, to be honest. Even The Room, Silent Hill The Room, is very good. It's a different type of game, but it's very good. Silent Hill 1's obviously a classic. But they just, I don't know. And then the whole thing with Metal Gear Solid. How do you avoid copyright strikes? Excellent question. I'll tell you as soon as I figure it out. Well, like, the Prey thing was odd. I got the copyright strikes for Prey, and they should be going away. I spoke with Bethesda. It happened with another YouTuber, and I spoke with them. And since they're not providing review copies anymore, you know, I asked, and they just sent me, actually, I still got a review copy of the game. And why did you just die, you worthless little shit stain? We just finished a generator. You incomprehensible moron. Anyway, he's not a moron, I'm just frustrated. But,
remains, as I was saying. With Prey, I had the game Friday. Or, not Friday, Saturday, excuse me. And I had my footage and stuff done by Monday. You know, I'd beaten the game twice, I had it done, it was rendering out, and I had it uploaded, you know. That's how I had 2 versions of the full game already uploaded. You know, when I got the strike, I made the other full game public today that I had to upload it in the case. Didn't put the giveaway thing at the beginning, should have done that, but, you know, whatever. But I got this, I waited until the game was officially out in, it was a worldwide release, so I waited for when it was first unlocking in other regions. So I waited until, because I know some Kiwi friends, and I asked them, hey, what time does the game come out? They're like, 8 a.m., because it's a worldwide release. It came out 8 a.m. their time, because it was already May 5th, worldwide release. So I waited until then, posted my stuff, didn't post it like a minute earlier or whatever. And we didn't have any problems for the stream or anything, and they gave us a strike for the endings, which I thought maybe they just didn't want the endings out. I'll speak with them. I didn't know, because I'd talked to them, and no one had told me anything. And they'd sent me a copy of Dishonored 2, last year. You know, they sent me Dishonored 2, and when we got our copy of Dishonored 2, which was a physical copy, it came with a piece of paper that pretty much said, go ahead, start posting. So, I don't know exactly what happened. We're just going to get this generator. I'm kind of talking, so I'm only half paying attention. I can hear the heartbeats, though. We're just gonna wait around. But yeah. So we got the strikes for that. We got 2 because the ending is a separate strike, and then my 2 full games is a separate strike. So we got 2, and I spoke with them. It should be they're having to manually redo it, and I was a little perplexed because when we got the Dishonored thing, it just said start streaming away. There's no restrictions. I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't know for Prey. I'd asked. They didn't say anything. And they've never had a problem when we'd post during the worldwide release of any other thing. So, you know, I went ahead and posted, and I don't know. It was a very odd situation. But they said it should be taken care of here soon. They were very understanding and polite of it. They were like, we didn't send you an early copy. How did you play? And I was like, eBay. That was pretty much how. I just bought a copy off of eBay, and coincidentally it came in very early on Saturday, so, you know, I was getting one for me and one for the giveaway, so it happened to come in on Saturday, so very lucky. We're just gonna wait for the hatch. There's no way we can get anything. Screw it, we might. But, yeah, that was a weird situation with the copyright thing. Sorry, you got me off a little tangent, but copyright's a very dumb thing on YouTube. Like, it's probably the dumbest thing that exists on this format as a video creator and producer. It's the single stupidest thing. Oh, I can hear it, but I don't know where it's at. It's usually on, like, the porch somewhere. screwed that up, didn't I? Woo! That worked out. You don't get strikes when you speak out negatively. That's a common misconception. That may happen with like scummy indie developers and whatnot. Like with Day One Gary's Incident, a game that came out a few years ago, and I still every now and then get accused for shilling for it, despite being a channel with like 10k subs at the time, and just yeah, that was a whole mess. Same with Guys at the Wolf actually, which I did call a piece of shit. I'm playing it, but you don't get copyright strikes for that. I've never gotten a copyright strike for speaking negative about a game. I don't know why I was having such a hard time with that word. I've never gotten a copyright strike for that. I've had it with Confusion. I did a series on Demon Souls, and I got a strike from Sony, who thought it was Bloodborne footage, and they gave me some strikes for that. I had to explain to them, this is Demon Souls. Came out. This was a little bit before Bloodborne came out, so maybe they thought I got it really early. So I got 2 strikes for that. I had a strike for Silent Hill. This was years ago. I had a strike, or this was for Downpour. I had a strike for Lost Planet 3, which, and XCOM, Declassified. This was before I even knew embargoes were a thing. I just happened to get stuff early every now and then. So, those 2. I got a strike for Lego The Hobbit. Actually, I didn't know about embargoes until about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, so a lot of these are from that. They don't want you violating embargoes, so you can't post things like a week early or something. And embargo is usually like 8 a.m., 10 a.m. on the Monday before release, usually. Because most things release on a worldwide basis now, so that's when usually the embargo is, unless otherwise specified. So, but I have never, not from anyone, not from EA, Activision, Ubisoft, anyone, have I ever gotten a strike because I spoke negatively about a game. Never. That is, I think, something that is relegated to small independent developers that have an axe to grind when a large YouTuber says something against them, like in Total Biscuit's case where it's happened. I've never had that happen, and most of the strikes I've gotten have been misconceptions, or like, misunderstandings, I should say, not misconceptions, misunderstandings, and they've usually been resolved fairly easily. All of them, I've gotten a strike from Activision. They've been very receptive. This was back when I was a smaller channel. They were like, oh, well, here, we'll get rid of that. Same with pretty much everyone I have spoken with that I've gotten a strike from. Especially one funny one last year I got for Ratchet & Clank, and they had invited me to their studio and all this other stuff, and they're like, oh, well, we'll put you on the whitelist so you can post Ratchet & Clank, do a 2-hour live stream. And I was like, okay. Did that. They gave me a strike, and that was a mess. They were very apologetic about that, though. But yeah, most of the strikes, with the exception of the Capcom one, this was when I had like 2,000 subs, and the declassified XCOM game. With those exceptions, all of them have been resolved by speaking with someone, just because there'd be misconceptions or something happened, or someone gave me a strike when they weren't supposed to. I had a strike last year. No, the last strike I had that prevented me from live streaming for a second was some peckerhead gave me, not Bethesda, but I'm on Bethesda's press list, and I'm listed under a bunch of press terminals and stuff, and what that means is I get sent trailers and stuff. And I got sent a trailer for, like, the Skyrim remaster, and I had uploaded it and whatnot. This was a few months later, and some random peckerhead named Nash Gaming, random peckerhead, went out, gave me a copyright strike for a... Crap, I just screwed that up. That was my bad. But it gave me a strike for some Skyrim footage that he didn't own, that I was given permission to upload by my press terminal. Like, they usually send you like a zip file with a bunch of assets and the trailer and stuff, and I was so just perplexed by that. Like, absolutely befuddled. So I got that taken care of. I even contacted Bethesda saying, like, this guy's impersonating you, saying this is his stuff, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, that is not us. And I had one from Sony for a trailer they sent me. I've had a few accidents with Sony. I think it's some disparity between the Japanese branch and the American. I got one for a trailer they sent to me of Days Gone. So, you know. I don't know. Also, sorry if I got off on a tangent there. That just, it's a... As a YouTuber, it's something that I have to deal with quite frequently, so I apologize if I just went to a tangent there. You know, I have to deal with copyright bullshit all the time. I get random YouTube gaming channels that will try to claim my videos. I had some Italian channel claim my Resident Evil footage that I had uploaded 2 months before they even touched Resident Evil. I think it's in one of my Twitter updates, the person who did it. They tried claiming my footage based on the intro of the game, and I was like, you fucking what, mate? So, yeah, it's just stupid shit we have to deal with as YouTubers. You know, every job has their problems. YouTube's problems are stuff that you can't... They're a little bit more irritating because they're stuff completely out of your control. And, like, any random person can cause the problems. It's, you know... It's just annoying. The hospital, like, if you work at a hospital or something, you don't have to worry about some random Joe all of a sudden affecting your job security. You know. Oh, and Daniel, I'm doing fine, by the way. I'm trying to move the chat up. Got a flashlight, great. But I appreciate you all buried with me on that little rant. You just got me into the zone. And we had someone named Wolf join in. Oh, hello, hello, Wolfbite. I've got the chat on my editing rig, and so I have to look over to look at it. So I apologize if I miss you if you say something. Game, you are not wrong on that little assertion there. And, you know, and it's not to say other people, you know, when they're at their work, they don't deal with just stupid, retarded shit. I don't know. I deal with a lot of, I don't know, just stupid shit as a YouTuber I deal with all the time. The worst, though, is some of the emails we get. We get people that will email us saying stuff like, oh, we really enjoyed your video of, in all caps locks, Gears of War 4 Final Boss and Endang. Please join our network. I had one group called Platinum Network. Oh, God, they sent me emails for on and off for months. Like, just different... God, it was the absolute worst. And I do mean that, the absolute fucking worst with them. They would send me emails asking me to join their fastest growing network. And it was so fucking annoying. I'd have to tell them we're already in it we already have a contract, we're already in a thing, blah blah blah. And they just would not fucking listen to anything. I got to the point where anytime they would call me or like send me a message or something, I would just straight up insult whoever sent me the email. I insulted one so bad, he contacted me on his personal email. Called my mother a cocksucker or something like that. Something to that degree. Something disparaging. They haven't messaged me in about, like, 8 to 10 months, though. Probably something around there. And I saw someone Slasher you said, let's see. Short stories for a contest? Well, good luck with that. Oh. Sometimes being empathetic gets you murdered. Crawl to freedom. Crawl out! What are you doing? I was rooting for you. I think he's got Iron Grasp on. I don't know, you know, because of my bias towards against the flashlight from how useless it was from back when I first started playing, I avoid the flashlight like the plague, because I have too many, like, PTSD Vietnam-style flashbacks where I try to use the flashlight, blind it in the killer's face, and all he does is laugh at me and then proceed to eviscerate me from my ass to my mouth. So, you can imagine my, I guess, you know, resistance to wanting to use that thing again. Did he find the hatch? Oh, wow, he did. Good for him. What? But, the hatch. Go for it. There you go. 21K, nice job, man. Any story sounds like crap when you write it out in a brief synopsis. That's just how they work. Ah, crap, I've got the, speaking of the flashlight. Nah, but the flashlight's just always been freaking useless. That was the problem when this game first started. Like, the only thing worth a damn really was the toolbox and the med kit. The keys were pretty cool if you had someone to work with. When they introduced the party thing, that was very helpful because you could play with a friend and then coordinate. All right, you have the map. Does the map have the thing that lets us see the escape hatch? Okay, let's get like 3 or 4 or how many generators we have to get for the hatch to appear. Bam, hop out. You know. I played a bit of Little Nightmares. JC finished that for me because I was busy doing something else, or maybe I didn't want to do it. One or the other. I was a little late uploading it. I kind of forgot it existed. I was just dead tired from the night before, so. But, it was pretty fun for what I played. JC hated it. He hated that. We do sometimes have, different opinions on things, which is always interesting. Like, he does not like Yooka-Laylee at all. I think it's a pretty okay game, in all honesty. I actually had some fun with Yooka-Laylee. I didn't think it was these smoldering. I do think they should have cut back the level size from about 20-30% on each level and then added 2 more. Just because the casino level is so unfathomably awful, in my humble opinion. Like, just unfathomably awful. casino level actually just about killed my will to play that game. I hated it. I liked all the others pretty okay. The swamp was my favorite, than the first one. But Yooka-Laylee was... They did a lot right, and I'm glad I backed it. You know, anything I back on Kickstarter, I'm glad I backed, simply because I wanted that thing to exist. Even if I'm a little disappointed with the end product. For example, I backed... this is actually kind of funny. I backed Project Scissors, or Nightcry, whatever you want to call it, a few years ago. I just got my physical copy, like, 3 weeks back for that, and I backed one of the higher tiers. Along with Yooka-Laylee, I backed... I missed out on the N64 card, so I backed it one tier below that. So, but you know, I'm glad I backed Yooka-Laylee. I'm glad I put my money out there, and I'm not 100% happy with the final product, but I'm glad it exists. I just think they should have done tweaked a few things. But, what was I gonna say about Yooka-Laylee? It was a pretty okay game, you know? They could have worked on it in some areas. I didn't like the camera. That is a common complaint against it. I do agree that the camera's pretty not great. Just my opinion. And I didn't like a few of the worlds, and for such a small amount of them, it's kind of a problem. But overall, I was pretty happy with the game. Just little things. Oh, and the quiz sections, those just need to die. Like, they just made me want to, like, I don't know, just neuter myself with a shovel. I don't think I played this version of Auto Haven Wreckers. Or Auto Heaven Wreckers, whatever. I wish he wouldn't have just dropped dead. So, slasher shit, are you looking forward to Friday the 13th? Just having to look in, just looking at your name, I assume yes. And if not, I assume you're a Judas and you must be executed and burned on the cross. Just a thought. Then again, I think Friday the 13th is going to be probably one of my favorite games of the year. It was already one of my favorite games of the year last year when it came out. It was just a glorified alpha or beta or whatever. So, unless when I'm playing the game, like something unfathomably awful happens, like, I don't know, you start it up and all the characters start goof-stepping and like some sort of Nazi music plays, I think I'll like the game more than I did last year. So unless something unfathomably awful happens like that, we should be A-okay. Will you play Playerunknown? I've heard about that game. JC was actually asking about it. I might pick one up so we can both try it out. I don't know. I don't even know what it's I gotta be honest, I don't know what it's really about. You gotta keep in mind, the amount of games I cover, I can't really look at everything. Even some of the bigger stuff, like the bigger independent games or multiplayer games that come out on Steam, I can't necessarily stop to look at. Because keep in mind, like right now I'm finishing Kingdom Hearts, which I'll put a full game and then the rest of the individual parts on the second channel. Finishing the Persona stuff I've got. I just did Prey, which I played twice. Then we did Little Nightmares. I've got to keep track of the trailers and stuff I upload. And it's just a process, you know? Did not realize the other gate was right here. They should be able to get the other door. JC is a very effective meat shield. Mostly because for whatever reason we're playing, typically the killer is gravitated towards him by an undetermined percentile, and we've not figured out why. Even when we're not streaming and it's me and him playing, the killer is naturally gravitated towards him. Now, this ability is countered if a Chrissu joins along, because then she takes an additional 70% killer attraction, and then she dies, and then JC immediately dies. So. JC also covers some of the games that I just don't feel like covering sometimes, because sometimes even if it's something I'm looking forward to, I might be just so tired and out of it that I don't want to do it, you know? So he sometimes says that. I was going to get him to do Prey, but I wound up taking on the responsibility myself, so. Oh, would you look at that? The first Prey video has, it's been undone, so it's back up. That means we should only have one strike. Which is, awesome, if that is the case. Hell, I could live with one strike, to be perfectly honest. My channel has almost, been destroyed on a few occasions. So, yeah, we have one strike, and those will be okay. That's neat, you know. I'm glad we were able to take care of that. You know, I don't like, and this is going to sound shilling, but I don't like breaking a company's embargo or anything. You know, I try to keep within the rules of that if at all possible. You know, and I did that to the best of my ability with Prey. I really, honestly did. I didn't know that was not okay. It was a worldwide release, and where I had uploaded it. You know, again, I have a few people that work with me. On a more, you know, on a less permanent basis than JC, that, you know, they'll tell me, hey, it's out, or hey, I can cover this thing because it's in my region, and I'm already picking it up, you know? So, but that's great. I'm glad Bethesda, that went through. I really appreciate that. And keep in mind, if any of you all ever get a copyright strike or something, keep in mind that most companies generally aren't trying to be dicks if they ever give you one. They really aren't. And that's hard to kind of process, I guess, at times. But it is true. Most companies don't go out of their ways to be dicks to you. Unless it's Konami, then in which case, by all means, bitch about them. But yeah, most people are good. Most companies, developers are good. Most aren't trying to screw you over or anything, you know? Got a little distracted there. I'll take that. Shoot far. Is JC my partner? If by partner you mean like partner in the sense of someone I'm with, no, he's been my good friend for about. I've known JC for probably about 10 years or so, give or take. We knew each other back in the Xbox 360 days, so I've known him for quite a while. And he's kind enough to, you know, take his time out to help me out. Of course, I pay him. I don't, like, you know, not pay him. And I'm just like, JC, yeah, do things for me for free and no money. No, I pay him pretty much on a monthly basis to help me out with some of the stuff of the channel, just because I've gotten to that size to where I need help. So he helps out with a lot of the coverage. I got him, actually just recently, I sent him my other Xbox One, so now he has an Xbox One, and I got him a PS4, so he can help me out with console releases now, because keep in mind, all of the videos on this channel have been primarily done by me, with few exceptions. So anytime a trailer's uploaded, that's me that's had to download, re-render, do all that stuff. Anytime a trailer, anytime a game, full game or movie or otherwise, it's usually me. So, but he's been helping me as of late, or especially as of late, and he's doing a lot of the live streams and stuff. So, because we're trying to get a Twitch partnership, and I'm just, after doing something like Prey, which was about 30, maybe more hours or so of gameplay, because I played through it twice, and then you got to figure the rendering for the cutscene movie and the full game, which editing out a full game typically just usually involves cutting out a few deaths and then stitching everything together, so that takes about an hour. A larger project, like a game movie, can take a few hours, you know, and you add all that time together, and it's like I've spent 40, 50 hours on one game, and by that point, I'm so just tired of looking at video games, I don't function properly, you know? So. But he's helped out quite a bit, especially as of late. And I'm hoping to get to the point where I can start doing, like, reviews and stuff, and that was completely me. For whatever reason, I thought it was done. Alrighty then. I can at least make up for attracting the killer by pulling you down. Yeah, let's heal in front of the generator. I was gonna move back a little, that way we could run away if necessary, but... I'll turn up the voice then if it's low. And for whatever reason, this game's connection just like started jumping. Crap. Yeah, okay, the game's connection just decided to go to leave the game. So I apologize for that. I don't know what just happened there. I'm gonna stay by the exit gate. For a second. Just because the connection's kind of skipping. Let me go ahead and turn the gain up. I believe it's this knob. I am using a different setup, so that is why I haven't had the chance to test out the audio myself, so... it looks pretty... Let me also go ahead and... This will... There we go. I had to Alt-Tab. So I'm using the dual monitor setup. It's nice having dual monitors. I like it. I had sort of a dual monitor thing at the other place, but that desk, I was just so cluttered it didn't even really matter that I had two monitors. I just pretty much had the second monitor plugged in because otherwise it'd just be sitting on the ground. Ain't that right, Isabuda? With the, I don't know if it's the worst patch for survivors. If by worst patch you mean because they added the ability for the killer to, he can now sabotage generators and stuff like that. I don't know. You know, I'm surviving probably about the same amount. Well, not the same. I used to survive about every game, but I'm surviving a decent amount after being away for, you know, quite a bit. So I wouldn't say that necessarily. Maybe. I haven't really checked the patch notes or anything. I just kind of hopped in. I'm not having too much difficulty with it, though. You know, I just have a natural aversion to the chainsaw guy, mostly because, you know, of my crippling fear of being chainsawed. I know it's an irrational fear, but, you know, some people are scared of bees, others are scared of being chainsawed in half. So, you know, we deal with the hands we're given. Also, I really need my new headphone plugin to come in so I can, I've been using these headphone plugins for ages, and they're kind of finally showing their age. Or maybe it's the headphones themselves. I don't know. I hope it's not the headphones themselves. Although I do have a warranty. Pro tip, you can abuse Best Buy's warranty system forever. It's glorious, and I love it. Everyone's getting injured. Are they doing like a... I can't tell if he's... Like, what is going on? I couldn't tell if they all of a sudden decided, hey, let's all get hit by the killer. All this suggestive moaning. That's alright, I didn't want to heal anyway. I guess I couldn't tell if the killer's just bad or if he's trying to kill people or if our team feels sorry for him or... I really have no idea. I guess they're trying to get that door. I don't know why. The other's open. I guess we're just trying to get the one door open. Yeah, I'm really perplexed what's going on there, so I'm just gonna... I don't think he's stuck. Because he's moving around. I know the killer can get stuck. I had it happen to me once or twice, but, I don't think that's what's going on here. Maybe they're... I can't tell if they're farming for points, because the killer's actually downing everyone, so... Maybe he's new? So as your rank goes down so quick, it's kind of hard to tell. I guess we're just trying to open the door over here? I don't know. Sure, let's go with that. I guess he's stuck now. Oh, wait, no he's not. Well, that happened. I'm still debating whether or not that was a good thing. Let's spectate, see what we got going on. Now, he's trying to kill him, it looks like. Sort of. I have no idea what happened this game. We all should have realistically escaped. Well, that is a thing that has happened. Okay, he might be a new killer, maybe. I don't know.
Well, that happened. Let's go to our blood web. We got some upgradable crap. What could we buy? Actually, real quick, let's unequip that. Put a common first aid kit. Guess we're waiting at this point. The way it loaded makes me think we're going to get immediately kicked back. That's usually what happens. Yep, that's what I thought. Well, we finally got a match going. Took a moment, but here's what it is. Let me read the comments now. Why am I playing with controller? This game plays better with controller, in my opinion. Unless you're killer. If you're killer, go with mouse and keyboard. It's a lot better because it's pretty much first person. But this one, I think, works better with a controller. I feel like I can sit back and play it a little bit more casually that way. And typically, I like playing a controller better. Now, games like Overwatch stuff, of course, I'm going to use a mouse and keyboard. But for stuff like this, controller usually works for me best. Plus, I grew up with a controller. You know, I may have gaming PCs out the ass nowadays, but I'll still always have that sort of bias towards controllers. I also use an Xbox One controller. I like the bigger controller as opposed to the PlayStation. That's one reason I play the Bone more than I do the PS4, despite the PS4 having a far more significant and noteworthy game library. Yeah, I know. Where are we? Are we in Shelter Woods? I wasn't paying attention when we loaded in, and I think we are. And I believe Shelter Woods should be banned. I think this is by far the most killer-favored map in the game. Which I know killers need their advantages too, but I hate Shelter Woods. Oh, what? Why did you just decide to die? Crap. A lot of people will only play FPSs on mouse and keyboard. It's more efficient than a controller, and I get that. And when I first got a PC capable of gaming back in 2011, 2012-ish, whenever I first started uploading to YouTube, I suppose. Actually, no, a little bit after. It took me a bit to get used to using a mouse and keyboard. The game I actually played that got me used to it was called Natural Selection 2, because you had to juggle so many things in that game. I did love Natural Selection 2. It's such a good game. They made the lack of tutorial, though, for back when I played, what made it very difficult to understand what the commander was supposed to do. So that was fun. And it always sucked if you picked commander and you were just learning because you were going to probably be directly responsible for your team failing, and everyone would get mad at you because you don't know how to play commander, but you don't want to play commander because you're afraid everyone will hate you for not knowing how to play commander, so you can't learn. Very vicious cycle. But yeah, I played like Overwatch. I play pretty much exclusively on mouse and keyboard, just because it's so much better. I was going to ask what the other guy's doing, but... I've had like 1 or 2 games on stream where I've like gotten all 5 generators and survived, so maybe this will be one of them. I'm not expecting it, but you never know. We got 2, so let's go for this one.
Might as well go work on the one over here. Yeah, I mean, it does suck. I mean, I get it, though. I get being one of the frustrated people. On the other, you know, I get both sides, because I've been frustrated with, you know, Dead by Daylight players that blow up the generators, you know, consistently, like, 50 times in a row. And, you know, it happens. Though. It is what it is. It's just the nature of playing games. Hell, I had someone complain to me about playing Town of Salem. We played that, like, 2 nights ago, and the person was mad that he got voted. I pretty much said, like, this person's mafia and blah, 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 and he got mad at me for some reason because they all voted. No, I told him he was being a dick lord. Like, when he talked like a dick. And I just told him straight up, you know. Well, that could have went better. I thought he was right behind me, so. Come on, decisive strike, give me a miracle. Oh, shit. I'm probably going to die, but I did my part. I have done my part in distracting the ever-loving shit out of the killer and getting generators. See, that was just really unfortunate. Stop swearing. This is like an M-rated game, so if you're offended by swearing and in an M-rated game live stream, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, this game's literally about serial killers that hang people on meat hooks to sacrifice them to some unknown Cthulhu-like deity. You know. They can get that last generator. I got like 2 and then like part of another. So, I did my part. Yeah, we just saw him cloak there, so... See, Shelter Woods equals death, almost always. Other guy might be waiting for me to die. Sorry there. Sorry for banging the mic for a second. I was like choking for a moment. Okay, so we're back at the other escape gate. Isabella, do you know where any of these things are? Really? He's just camping right there. He found the hatch and he's just hoping we die. Crap, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Well, at least he didn't do what I think he was going to do, or I thought he was going to do, and bail. I thought for sure he would not work on the generator and just wait for me to drop dead. If we can get up to 60%, we'll be good without him decloaking. Yeah, we're good. What on earth was that? We'll wait a second, see if anything happens to Love and Peace. He's probably just waiting for the hatch, if I had to guess. Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave. Yeah, he's probably waiting for the hatch. Or that worked out pretty well.
Didn't it, girl? Didn't it, Isabella? Didn't it, girl? I always worry about you anytime you wake up because your eyes are halfway in the back of your head.
I don't know why I'm not kicking out the recliner. Playing with the controller, I have that luxury here. Well, the totems, there are certain perks that the killer has, and depending on how many totems are active in the map, affects the ranking of said perk. So, that's why you destroy the totems. Oh, Hex. I don't think that was a Hex totem, was it? You could be right. What we got going on? Any tips for the juke killer? It depends really what kind of kill you're going against. I always have trouble with the chainsaw guy, but if you can get him to miss his chainsaw trajectory, like he'll chainsaw something behind you or something, or run past you, that's good. You abuse windows and pull down cover. Windows you can't abuse like you could in the early days though. Used to you could hop between them infinitely. Now they like a barrier will pop up to prevent you from abusing them. However, you can still use them to your advantage. Pull down cover doesn't have such a problem. And we're going against a nurse, which is not something we've seen today. Good nurse is really... Like, Nurse, for example. She teleports towards survivors. So with her, it's very important to pay attention where she's teleporting to and try to head the opposite direction. Like, see? I just went complete opposite direction. crap. Ah! And see, you can mess up like I did. Well, where the hell did I just go? And I just missed that big time there. Oh, we only have 3, too. That's not good. God, I have not played against a nurse in ages. Could have picked me up before you got downed. And, okay, you just... whatever. Just, if you're gonna lose, just lose. God almighty. No one gives a shit if you lose. It's not like you're playing for money or in a tournament or something. No one cares. I don't know why she left me. She could have picked me up and then we could have both ran. I mean, chances are, you know, I'd have been down again at the very worst, but, you know. Ah, I screwed up. Hit it too early. Yeah, we were thoroughly just destroyed here. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and die. No, just look for the gate. Although it looked like she was actually heading towards me, so maybe I should have done that. That did not go well, but that's alright. Win some, you lose some. I think I can get one more game in. I should check for Guardian showings, it reminds me. And I'm the obsession. Excellent. Hey, Rufus. No, I can only have one of you on my lap at a time. I'll pet you a little, though. It'd be really unfortunate if a killer showed up right about now. Hashtag push my channel. I don't even know what that means. If you mean a shout out, no. Actually, if you mean shout out, I'll ban you right now. Shoutouts might be the most obnoxious thing on YouTube next to spam advertisements and copyright strikes. Okay, while they're doing that, I'll work on this one. Really? It happens. We can get some of the generators on this side. That would be helpful. Alright, he's... Alright, sure. Yeah, sure, I'll go for another generator. Why not? Well, they got that one. And he's across the map. Hey, Rufus. I can't quite pick you up at the moment. Actually, come here. Oh, come here. Okay, yeah, just get on my lap along with your sister. Come on. Yeah, no, lick my eyeball. That's just, yeah, no, that's exactly what I want you to do, buddy. Just right on my eyeball so I can't see. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You know I'm going to be putting you down here in like a second, right? I think I had a hand in every generator being fixed. Throwing it out there. He's dead. He's been on the hook like 3 times, I think, so I think Butterfly is just gonna die. You didn't even help me with the generator over here, rat bastard. This is a very dangerous game we play. Well, crap. You lost your chance for extra points, buddy. Lost them. pretty sure everyone but one got out. Yeah. That's 17k points, not bad. Oh, I think that's going to be it for today, though. We've been streaming for a few hours. Almost 3 hours. Maybe 3 hours. About 3 hours. About 10 minutes off from 3 hours. I've got to head out. It is a Friday. I do plan on streaming tomorrow sometime. I'm not sure what I'll stream. It'll probably be just something random, and it'll probably be an unlisted type of deal. I'm not 100% sure. Might do some Resident Evil. I really don't know. I haven't decided yet. What do you think, Rufus? What's that? You're spoiled rotten. What's that? You crapped yourself the other day? Yeah, you did. But I appreciate you all taking the time out of your day to watch this stream. We've got Prey up if you want to see how that game is. Our original full game videos should be up here again, either today or tomorrow, depending on when YouTube decides to not be a fuckwit, you know? But, okay, I had to stretch there. I'll start streaming tomorrow. Again, not sure what. I may plug up the PS2 and the HDMI converter on that and stream a PS2 game or something. I would use my PS3, but I don't know where all my HDMI splitter stuff is, so might not do that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I hope you all enjoyed it. It's taken me a little bit to get back in the swing of things, but I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all have an excellent day, an excellent weekend if I don't hear from you or see you in the next streams. So yeah, take care and all that fun stuff. Remember, we've got a bunch of content out. Pray if you want to watch it. We're doing a giveaway with that too. I do have an Xbone, PS4, whatever console is your preference, or PC we have to give away. I think we have a few other things, giveaways going on. Not 100% sure. I'd have to check my Gleam. Also, little tip, I doubt one of the winners is in this call, but if you do win one of our contests, make sure you respond back when I send the initial email, because it took like a month to give this person a copy of Ghost Recon. And, if you're a winner, I want to give you the free thing. Don't make a bunch of alt accounts and then forget what your alt account passwords or even what they're called are, because I think that's what happened with that one. So, yeah, but I hope you all have a great day, and I shall catch you when I catch you, and take care. Peace.